empowering.
Hey y'all, it's Jazz. So we are going to get right into it. This is going to be for my Leos, an energy update for you guys. So y'all know I have my notes over here and we just gonna get right into it. So Leos, I feel like that at this stage in your life, you guys are going through an emotional battle, and this emotional battles, you have to understand that these are battles that we all go through. At some point in our lives, we are all going to go through and experience some type of emotional breakdown, emotional disturbance. And I feel like for you guys, this has been an ongoing an ongoing emotional battle for you guys. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about it. So Leo, so I feel like that your emotions have been disrupting your relationships. It's been very difficult for you to maintain healthy connections with your partners, your family members, because of the emotional turbulence that you have been feeling and trying to deal with. And I feel like for a lot of Leos, you guys have a lot of repressed emotions when it comes to yourself. Like there is some type of identity issue. You guys are repressing parts of your identity. So of course it's going to be hard to have and maintain healthy connections if you have not, if the most important connection, the connection with yourself, if that connection with yourself is not even as genuine. You are blocking out and blurring out parts of yourself, and you just can't do that because that energy that you're repressing about yourself is sitting inside of you. It's sitting inside of your body. And that energy has to express itself in some way. So we're going to talk about the expressions of your energy. So now through Leos, through my Leos, I have the energy, the gate 36. Okay, so gate 36 is an exploration energy. The exploration gate. If you are into human design, you don't have to be or understand human design to understand my readings. Okay, so So with this energy, everything has a shadow, okay? So we always want to talk about the shadow first because that's majority of the people that tap in, tune in are going to be dealing with that shadow side and trying to transform it into the gift, okay? Because everything that we go through, every emotion, every thought, everything has a gift to it. Everything has something that it can offer us, something that it can that we can benefit from, okay? And it also has a negative side that we can get stuck at. We can get stuck at dealing with those shadows, okay? So I feel like that your shadow, Leo, has been having a major effect on your relationship. You guys have been it's kind of like you really want the perfect relationship. You want the perfect lover. Like you have a vision already for the type of love, the type of woman, the type of man that you want to have. And I feel like for a lot of my Leos, it's like the way life is manifesting is not going according to that vision that you set, that vision that you have. And that's very difficult for you to face because for my Leos, I feel like you guys often try to save face. Because you receive a lot of attention. When you do something, it's natural for you to receive attention from other people. So you try to save face a lot when it comes to certain issues that you go through. Okay? And it's not healthy for you to move through your life without truly addressing the source of where this emotional turbulence comes from, because what you're experiencing on the outside of your life is coming from somewhere on the inside. So with you guys, I feel like that a lot of times when it comes to your process, your healing process, your process of the changing yourself, when it comes to your overall process, Leo, I feel like you guys can let boredom, because you get bored with certain things that's going on in your life, bored with certain relationships, you allow boredom to put you into chaotic situations or disruptive situations that you're not meant to be in, okay? And you know that, but you allow this energy of just boredom. You feel bored, and you don't wait for the right time, you don't wait for the right call, you don't wait for that right feeling. You just leap into the situation and it gets hurt. You have a story to tell, okay? This is also the energy of having a story to tell. So a lot of Leos, you could go through, your life could kind of be like a movie, like some type of sitcom, a Lifetime movie, okay? You guys building up this story, and sometimes these stories have a lot of pain and suffering. You get hurt, okay? And you can make joke out of it. You can say like, okay, like it's like a movie. You just, it's so unbelievable that it happened to you that you don't take it. It seems like it doesn't affect you as much, okay? And then we have our Leos that go through this hurt, go through this suffering, and it's just so difficult for them to bear. But this is a repetitive cycle. So if you're going through a similar story, this is not the first time you went through that story. You went through it before, and you're going through it again because the first time you didn't learn the lesson. So now you're going to repeat. That's the thing about when we are dealing with our shadows, okay? Our lower vibrations of energy. When you're dealing with those lower energies, they are very repetitive. They're going to keep coming up until you address the problem and make the necessary changes that you need. Okay, so now another thing with Leo energy that we're seeing is sexual lust. Okay, sexuality is the spotlight is on Leo sexuality right now. And I feel like that's because, for one, the lustful energy. Let's talk about lust as an energy. Lust itself is a pure energy. It's a pure energy that is meant to make things more exciting. It's meant to make things more interesting in our lives. Okay, lust can be good. Lust is not a bad energy. Okay, lust itself, when it's just lust, when it's the pure form of the energy, it is not a bad energy. It adds interest. Okay, you sprinkle a little lust on something, you're more intrigued and interested in it than you was before. But that can be a lust for anything. That can be a lust for any type of desire, not just sex, not just money. Okay, we associate it with those lower vibrations because as human beings, we taint. Okay, we get it dirty. We get that energy dirtied up with our own morals, okay, with our own morals and things that we don't express the right way. So then we taint that energy. Now we're tainting the lust. Okay, now it's sexual lust. Okay, I kind of don't like looking down at y'all. That's fine. But yeah, so we taint that energy up. And now it becomes sexual lust. And sexual lust is a low frequency. Okay? And that can be uncontrollable for a lot of people. They can have a hard time controlling their sexual urges when they have those, those feelings that they want. Maybe they want to cheat. Okay, maybe they're in a relationship with someone and then it's not your partner. It's not that you're not attracted to your partner or you don't want to be or you don't love your partner. You have unhealed natures. You have unhealed nature that you have not addressed, or things that you're unconscious about. So those unconscious energies are going to manifest, because if you have not addressed it, then who will? It's going to just continue to manifest. So you're in a relationship, everything's going good. Your partner is doing everything good to the best of their ability. And guess what? You have an urge. You have a sexual urge to go out and to cheat. And you do so. And now you feel guilty. So you cover up the urge, that you cover up your sexual lust, okay, with guilt. You didn't address the problem that you have. You didn't go and say, okay, why did I do that? Where did this lust come from? Why did I make that decision? You did not address that. All you did is that you went out, let your sexual lust guide you out, go out, make that decision. You come back, you feel guilty. That's going to happen again because you did not address the issue. You concealed the issue with another energy of guilt. Okay, so that's what you did. Now you just feel really bad. Now you don't have that sexual urge anymore. That sexual lust is gone, and now you just feel bad and guilty. Okay, you covered it up. You switched energies. You did not adjust and go in to change, to inspire change. You switched energies, okay? And what we have to know about lower energies and shadow frequencies is that, and if you don't want to continue to feel that feeling of guilt, if you don't want to continue to feel that feeling of not being, like just not being in tune with yourself, it's like you're not one with yourself and your path. It's like there's a part of you that's here, but then there's a part of you that's here. And you're trying to figure out how to get those two parts of yourself together. Okay, your life is going to continue to bring you situations like a magnet, bringing you situations like a magnet, constant over again patterns. Okay, it's going to be causing guilt, deception. And you're going to be suppressing. Some of you are going to be suppressing that energy, and it's going to continue to manifest as more guilt, more deception, illnesses. Okay, illnesses if it's so prolonged. So that means that we have sooner or later, you are going to have to make a change within your own frequency. You're going to have to escape the shadows that you deal with. You can't keep covering up. You say you're tired of going through this suffering, going through this pain, going through these cycles that you're going through, but you're not taking the steps to change and to go in and to make that adjustment on an internal level. It's not just so much as covering it up, because if you cover it up, it's going to manifest as something else. That's how energy works. That's how it works. It doesn't just leave. It doesn't just remain constant. It is going to change. That's the constant that is going to change. It's going to fluctuate. You have to be aware of the energy that you're giving off. If you don't want to give off guilt, if you don't want to give off deception, then you got to go in and you got to figure out what is the source of this guilt. Okay, if it's your sexuality and it's something to do with your sexual nature, then you have to figure out how can you embrace your true nature, your true sexual nature, instead of repressing it. Okay, suppressing it. Okay. So now there's always two sides. There's always two sides to how, there's always two sides to how energy can manifest. Okay, so, and how our shadows manifest. So with Leo energy, we have these two sides. We have the repressive nature. So that's a little bit like you could kind of say that's the shy side. And then we have the reactive nature. That's the out there right in your face. Okay. So when this energy, what is the word that I'm looking for to describe this energy? This energy of turbulence, conflict, okay, emotional imbalances. When that energy is manifesting in your life, Leo, when you have a hard time being emotionally stable, it is going to manifest in one or two ways. The first way, or both. The first way is going to be the reactive nature, and that is going to be you are the type of person where you have, like when you have emotional turbulence, when you have emotional instability going on in your life, then if you don't have any clarity or if you don't have any honesty about what's going on, then you're going to have, for one, you're going to be so used to it. You're going to become used to the emotional situations you go through. You're going to be, I'm used to destructive emotional situations. Okay, that is going to be something that's repetitive and expected in your life. You're going to expect it, and that's not good. I'm not praising you for doing so. I am saying that these are the type of people that where they are more emotional. They are, when they have any type of emotional disruption in their life, they're so confused. They don't know like what is what. They start talking all in circles. Okay, these people and they go through this a lot. This is a repetitive process. It's not the first time that they called you crying. Okay, it's not the first time that they called you because they were confused and didn't know what to do. This is something that happens, and you may start labeling these people as emotional people, but this is not healthy for them. Okay, when you don't accept the true nature, when you don't accept the true source of who you are, then your shadows will always come. They will always come back to haunt you. They will always come back to show up again. Like, okay, like, do you see what's inside of you that needs to change? Do you see what's provoking you? Do you see what it is that you're dissatisfied with? They're gonna keep coming up to show you what you need to focus on to change. Okay. These are the type of people, when they are in a reactive state, these are the type of people, it's like they become magnets for these emotional crises. Okay, it's like almost nothing is going well in their life the way they would like it to. These people don't even realize that they don't like to deal with their own emotions. They become so used to expecting the worst that when they get hurt, okay, when the situation finally hurts them, what these people do is that instead of dealing with their emotions themselves, they go to someone else. They either project that onto somebody else, so they might cause an argument. You're not here for me. You're not this and that and that. But in reality, these are people who are not even there for themselves. So if that fits you, Leo, then you have to begin to be there for yourself. You got to begin to be honest for yourself. If you're seeking clarity, you got to understand that clarity comes through you. You have to go out and you have to seek it. You can't just put that on to someone else to know what you should be learning for yourself. Okay? You got to learn how to deal with your emotions. And these are also people, both sides of the spectrum are people that are more likely to have sexual affairs. But these are the people that if they go out and they have some type of sexual affair, or they cheat, or if it's something going on, these are the people that's going to be acting, it was a mistake. You know, they feel so guilty. They try to do anything to take your mind off of it, do anything to show that they're sorry, but they will do it again. Okay? They will do it again because, like I said earlier, they did not get to the source as to why they did that in the first place. These are the people that avoid addressing themselves. These are the people that avoid their own emotions, okay? Now, the next end of our spectrum are the people that's nervous. Okay, these are the people that they allow they're so terrified of change. So when they have some type of emotional disturbance in their life, it is completely resisted. It makes them so nervous about what can happen next. These people, because they don't want to go through the process of change, they try to maintain a calm persona. They try to look calm and collect and cool on the outside, but on the inside, these are very, very nervous, timid type of people. Okay? And what happens is that emotional disturbance becomes trapped in their bodies, okay, in their nervous system. So then it affects their nervous system. Over time, you keep doing that. Now you're so jittery. You can't sit down. You can't be still. You're constantly having waves of emotions. You're constantly, and people can feel it. When they come into your aura, they feel, oh, she nervous. Like, it's a very disruptive feeling. You feel nervous around them. You feel jittery. Their home feels nervous and jittery. Okay, there's a nervous type of energy around these type of people and around the people that they surround themselves with, because it's embedded into their system, into their nervous system. So, and then over time, that can begin to affect their health. That can result in nervous breakdowns, even diseases. So these people that repress their sexuality, that repress who they are, they repress what they feel, they repress how a situation made them feel, they repress and they just act nervous all the time. These people have to start letting what's on the inside show. Okay, so the lesson for both sides of the spectrum, Leos, is that it's okay to be human. You are human. You go through emotional highs and lows. You're going to go through situations that are just like, what in the world is this? Why is this happening to me? You're going to go through things. And every situation is meant to bring you closer and closer to your emotional balance, okay? To understanding that your emotional state does not get in the way. It doesn't have to get in the way of what you want. Okay, and if you're one of those people that you attract emotional crisis so easily, then you're gonna continue to avoid addressing those crises, addressing the emotional issues that you have, and it's gonna harm other parts of your life. Okay, so let's say you have a family issue going on. You and your mother cannot stop arguing, and you just can't control your emotions around her. You say things that you don't mean. You do things that you don't mean, that doesn't reflect who you are, who your heart is. So instead of addressing why am I getting so angry? Why am I so angry at my mother? Instead of addressing that, you continue to repress it. You continue to find ways around it, finding stories and putting them together to make your mind think that you're not in the wrong. She's crazy. Okay, you don't address it. So now you, in other areas of your life, that's where your energy is going to manifest. Like at one side, we've seen it manifesting within the body. On the other side, now it's manifesting in other parts of your life. It's going to manifest with your car, with your work, with things that seem unrelated. But really, it's this energy of disruption that you already have, because you're not addressing what needs to be addressed. So now you spread that energy to other parts of your life that's unrelated to what you're dealing with. Okay, or that seems unrelated. Okay, because everything is connected. So the main lesson for Leos is to understand that there is no need for you there's never a need for you to feel as if you cannot be the person that you were designed to be. Okay, there's never a need for you to feel like you can't fulfill the role of your purpose. You know that you have great purpose. You know that you are a very fortunate type of person. You have great future ahead of you. But if you don't allow yourself to really tap into what you feel and stop avoiding it, then it's going to be very hard for you to live up to all that you can be. It's going to be a lot of pain. It's going to be a lot of pain, and your pain is trying to teach you something, but you don't have to continue to repeat the same painful process over and over and over again. You are human. Learn from what you go through. Be conscious and be able to learn from the pain you feel, from the emotional situations that come into your life. Be open to learning from those situations, so those situations can grow you and move you on to the next phase of your life. Okay? I love y'all.